For example, it's kind of if it's combination of, for example, Maven and Maven in Java and Apache Yarn, for example, and its language is Groovy based, domain specific. DSL language, the script is very easy, and mm, uh, what actually we can do with the Gradle is that we can set the basic configuration settings of our project. Um, Actually, Ant is also based on the on domain specific language, DSL, like Groovy type language, like it's based on Groovy Ant also, but Ant is not so fully based on Groovy as Gradle. In Gradle, for example, you can not only, for example, set certain configurations of your project, for example, which kind of libraries to use and which kind of libraries to link or modules to use with your project, or compile before compiling your main project file, and linking with it. It's also used, for example, to kind of write some processes in the code, kind of scripts, a little bit of code scripts, to, for example, run some process like simple copy processes or things like this, or renaming the files, just in this the simple things, or dexing process you can also define in the Gradle task. So it's like a completely fully based on Groovy, so that's the advantage of Gradle over other build systems like Ant, Maven, and Drag, or Makefiles. It is quite powerful than the previously known most build systems. Gradle is a combination of different kind of build files. For example, top level build file and module level build file. We'll define these top level and module level build files in detail in our project. Um, uh, Top level build file means our project main build file, and module level means, for example, when we create modules, then we have a Gradle file for that. Gradle is very wonderful. Um, for example, also create multiple APK files. Like, for example, yeah, exactly. I should really first of all tell you what is an APK file. APK file is actually an executable file. It's a .exe, like we have a .exe file after we compile a project, or run a project in other programming languages under Windows, or using Visual Studio or C++ or something. In Android, you have an APK file. An APK file is created after the build .apk file, and this is like an executable that you can run on your main phone hardware as well. And there are these settings.gradle and local.properties, Gradle wrapper, properties file, settings.gradle file. We have already discussed that Gradle is Groovy based fully, and dependency management. Yeah, Gradle can also do dependency management very easily. For example, if you want to combine projects with projects using Maven or IVY, then it's easily to do the dependency management in Gradle. Um, uh, uh, Before we move, actually, this is the last slide, which is 2 times here, so we can delete this one. Delete slide, yes, and save. So we can now describe Gradle a little bit more from the Android Studio. So here in Android Studio, this place below, or this icon below the app folder, is showing the Gradle build files, Gradle property or Gradle wrapper properties, and setting.gradle and local.properties file. And so we can go through them one by one. This, as we said, there are two kind of build files in Gradle: top level build file and the module based build file. So this is the top level build file. You say it's written here in the brackets, like project first test project. This is our project level, higher level, a build file, and here we are defining, for example, our dependencies, class path, and